The way you
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best-ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan! The new Smart Junior Plan, made for me! For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
do you love the game? This is our game. Play it straight.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Do you love the game? personal devices, and any financial records requested. Failure to cooperate will result in a suspension. Breaking any of these rules could get you a 100,000 Swiss franc fine and a lifetime ban from the sport. Even attempting to break a rule could land you in trouble. Above all, play with respect, reject corruption, gambling, and all other dangers to the sport. And use basketball to make a better world. This is our game. Play it straight.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
No.
For today's heavyweight face-off, the audience continues to pour in at the Enderun Titan Gym for the continued coverage of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mix Gonzalez here with Justin Almeida, and later on we'll be listening to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano. Justin, a great night for college basketball again.
Yes, it definitely is a great night. Our first game was very entertaining. However, UP just pulling out a double-digit victory at the end of that game.
And it's going to be more UP action today as they're going to face off against the LPU Pirates in game number 2 for today. So it's going to be UP Fighting Maroons team number 1 against the LPU Pirates for tonight's nightcap. But taking a look at LPU for now, who do they have in their lineup? Any notable names here?
Well, LPU finally fielding their Team A squad.
Finally.
Yes, of course, John Barba leading the pack, but he is not here today.
Looks like he's not. Yep.
Yes, but you have players like Gael Montaño, Carl Nocum, and of course, you know, their big men, Panelo, who is here suited up today.
Yeah, and after this lineup, titignan natin sino ba yung mga key players dito, specifically against this Fighting Maroon squad. Who are we looking at here?
Okay, so the key players here, we have, of course, Richmond Casino, Carl Nocum, and Leon Palingayan. So yung backcourt nila, no, we're gonna need them to play fast ball. They're gonna look to run, and LPU is a high-scoring team.
Yeah.
So if they can shoot from the outside and run, they can put themselves in a position to stay close with UP.
And it's gonna be very interesting, no? Especially as we see this side ng UP. Tignan naman natin yung previous game ng UP Fighting Maroons against Diliman. An absolute landslide victory from this Team 1 of the Fighting Maroons.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind here is the assists once again. You know, UP is a well-oiled machine, and when they share the ball, when they get into the offensive sets, a lot of good things happen for them.
Yeah, the efficiency was really off the charts here as we take a look at yung key players naman nila dito against this high-scoring LPU squad. We have Francis Noruca. Actually, that's for Team 2, but we have Sean Alter already ready for interview right now. We have Terence Fortea, Harold Alarcon. They have a long laundry list of their Team A players ready for action today. And specifically for their pointers, any reminders against this Pirates team?
Well, they have to replicate what they did last game. Be very efficient. You know, they were shooting 43% from the field. And they have their own version of the three-headed monster with Alarcon, Gani Stevens, and Jerry Abadiano, who had all had 20-plus points each.
And it's gonna be a scary but entertaining ball game nonetheless. Pakinggan naman natin ang ating courtside reporter na si Daphne Lozano. Daphne?
Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Before we head on to our main game for tonight, beside me are the big men of both teams. But first, on my right side is Dave Panelo of the LPU Pirates. So Dave, ano sa tingin mo ang meron kayo na wala ang kalaban nyo?
Siguro yung nakikita ko sa team nila is mas bigger sila sa amin, and then alam naman natin yung UP is the strong team ngayon sa Pinas, so ayun yung advantage nila sa amin din. May konting pressure kami pero lalaban kami sa kanila.
We're truly looking forward to that. But now on my left side is Sean Alters from the UP Fighting Maroons. So Sean, what do you think is the edge of your team coming into this game tonight?
Yeah, so I think our team has the edge in experience. I mean, we're led by some veterans like Jerry Abadiano as our captain, and like Kuya Harold and Kuya Terrence. They're really going to lead the fight today.
So good luck to the two of you. So as we get the ball rolling, balik sa inyo Migs and Justin.
Thank you, Daphne. And that was Sean Alter and Panelo from the LPU Pirates and the Fighting Maroons. Friendly wager lang tayo, Justin, kanina. Nagkamali na ako sa prediction. So now I'm gonna go and change sides. I'm gonna be rooting for the three-headed monster in the UP Fighting Maroons against this Pirates team. But how about you?
You know, LPU, they may not be the tallest team right now, but I feel like their length is distributed throughout the whole team. So that will play an advantage against the three-headed monster.
NCAA meets UAAP for Game 2 tonight. The UP Fighting Maroons team number 1 against the LPU Pirates. We'll be turning it over to our game announcer for the starting 5.
Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 4. Let's carry on the starting 5, beginning with LPU Pirates. 1 guard number 12, Joshua Moralejo. 2 guard number 17, Simon Peñafiel. Playing center number 23, John Versosa. Forward number 24, Jonathan Daileg. Also at forward number 13, Gail Montaño. Head coach is Gilbert Malabanad. Now, the starting 5 for the team 1 of UP Fighting Maroons. Point guard number 20, Ernest Felicilda. Also at guard number 19, Jerry Abadiano. Power forward number 13, Mark Belmonte. Other forward number 18, Harold Alarcon. And man in the middle, number 33, Sean Alter. The head coach is Goldwyn Monteverde. Referees for this ball game, Coach Chief Dennis Tolley. Umpire 1, Jess Boras. Umpire 2.
And the referees for today's ball game, Earson Isuga, Jess Boras, and John Desigues. The starting infantry for both teams on your screens now. Moralejo, Peñafiel at the guard positions. And the rest of the teams on your screens now for game number 2 between the LPU Pirates and the UP Fighting Maroons. Team number 1 for our nightcap tonight. Hindi na umuwi yung mga fans natin from UP. So once again, UP has Alarcon, Felicilda, Abadiano, Belmonte, and Alter. LPU sees Moralejo, Peñafiel, Montano, Versosa, and Daileg. Going with a very tall starting 5 is LPU here. But before we begin our coverage, I'd like to invite everyone to continue to watch our games here at the Enderun Titan Gym or catch our games live at the www.pusop.com, the Smart Sports Facebook page, the Pinoyliga Cup's Facebook and YouTube channel, our official outfitter LGR, our official venue partner in the Enderun Colleges, our official ticketing partner, Ticket to Me. Special thanks also to our partners in Eastern Communications, Buffalo's Wings and Things, Smart, Amalie Hotel Manila, and Pinoyliga.com. We are a proud member of the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas. Both teams yet to breach the scoreboard so far, Justin. Any findings from the first minute na nangyari between UP and LPU?
Well, I'm curious to see if the length of Lyceum in the guard and forward position will be enough to stop the outside shooting of especially itong si Abadiano and Alarcon.
And carving his way inside is Jonathan Daileg, the starting center for the Pirates. Oh, and forcing 2 turnovers already is LPU against this UP team. 3-pointer, no good. And interesting move here for LPU na with Coach Gilbert Malabanan na hindi sinastart itong si Richmond Casino, Carl Nocum, as Belmonte nagpakita naman ng range para sa Diliman.
Maybe Coach Gilbert Malabanan, mixing and matching and seeing if may mga mahuhugot siyang pyesa in the upcoming NCAA season.
Good movement here from the Pirates, all alone in the corner. Does not get burned by that corner trip. Peñafiel with that miss. Belmonte finds Alter on the inside. And just not enough finishing from Sean. He already had that good seal inside. Cross but quick double by UP. To Daileg. And that is a travel. Gilbert Malabanan sinabihan na kagad. Relax lang. Basics. Basics.
Medyo may onting excitement pa sa game.
May gigil pa eh. May gigil pa. Medyo nagkaka-feel out pa kasi itong dalawang team ito. I mean, this is, in case we didn't mention earlier, this is LPU's debut game. And UP is the current first seed sa group nila with a 3-0 record. So LPU can, with the hopes of handing them their first loss, or will they go 4-0? Well, of course, ako. My prediction was them going 4-0, but LPU's length is proving to be quite a problem. Parang UP medyo hindi pa nag-gel against this Pirate team, no? Or maybe they're experimenting with a different style.
Like you said, a little yung may gigil pa nga. Kita natin in that one possession, Sean Alter. 2 misses, point-blank range.
Sayang. So now at the line is John Versosa, starting for LPU.
Looks like he has a nice touch.
Versosa makes both. And planning their plan of attack, Abadiano with a bump but no basket. Gets the foul indeed. And that's another team foul for the Pirates.
Nice big boy move there para kay Jerry Abadiano.
Pero hindi masyadong umusog yung bantay niya doon. I believe that was Peñafiel, no? On that primary line of defense.
I was actually shocked he had that in his arsenal. Not the biggest of players, pero definitely a gunner.
One of the more versatile scorers itong si Jerry Abadiano. Nabanggit nga ni Sean Alter kanina. Sina Kuya Jerry, Kuya Harold, Kuya Terence. Ito yung veterans na magli-lead dito sa Team 1 ng UP na to.
Veteran and their captain ball for this tournament.
Si Kuya Jerry. Kuya, pero parang si Sean yung ikukuya mo, no? Pag nakita mo si Sean. Hand off to Peñafiel. There's 2 screens to choose from. Pull-up jumper is pure. Down the other way quickly as Alarcon. Floater, no. Does not connect. Pull-up jumper is not good for Montaño, but second serving for Daileg. And it has been all about Jonathan Daileg so far.
Yeah, very active on the boards, second chance points. And here drawing the foul, going to the line.
And again, no, similar to the St. Dominic situation earlier in the first game, we saw them get close to this UP squad in the second and third quarter. Pero can LPU continue this rotation with their personnel? No? I mean, a lot of players here for LPU sa bench nila. Pero itong length that they have in the starting 5, is that a considerable enough factor na mawawala yung lamang nila if wala sila? What do you think, Just?
Well, it definitely will be. Depends kung sino yung matchup nila. If you have a lot of guards that like to light it out from the outside, crucial yung wingspan ng mga players mo. It's easier to disrupt a shot when you don't have to get too close to a player.
Ito si Richmond Casino, kakapasok lang para sa LPU, yung binansagan nating J.R. Smith. Excellent move to the inside and scoring with ease, Raylan Torres.
Si Richmond, kasama rin natin yan sa panel.
Yes, one time. So mga kaliga, kung may mga gusto pa kayong mga ibang guest panelist, we're done with Richmond Casino. We've seen John Abate or si Dr. Strange ng UE Red Warriors. May mga nagsasabi, gusto nila makita sina Jacob Cortez, sina Kian Baclaan, Mike Phillips, and sina Gio Gonzaga. Lots of our fans are responding sa mga poll natin, pero Alarcon answering the call for UP gets that 3 to go. Daileg puts the ball on the floor against Harold. Oh, it's breaking his ankles and breaking egos. Gael Montaño from top of the key. Abadiano answers back with his own.
Great up and down action between both teams. And back-to-back three-pointers as well.
Montaño looking to answer back. Little heat check from Gael. Torres kicks it out. A little floater down the middle. That's pure for Ernest Philosilda. Di lang pala sa labas umuulan, Justin, pati dito sa loob ng Enderun Titan Gym nagpapaulan ng tres. Etong sina Montaño and Abadiano.
Despite the slow start to this quarter, suddenly both teams are picking it up.
We need a cleanup on aisle 3 after that crossover by Joshua Moralejo. What a move by Josh. Felicilda, nobody close to Torres. But LPU collecting the rebound. Can LPU keep up with the firepower of the Fighting Maroons here? Inside, trying to look for Gael Montaño, but foul will be given up before that materializes. Terence Fortea checks in for UP. Belmonte and Abadiano will take a seat.
That's what I was saying earlier, with Gael Montaño. Might not look like he has the biggest of frames, pero mahilig talaga yan sa poste. And we just saw it right there. He looked for that deep seal, wanted to take advantage of the smaller defender, pero wala, it was a quick foul on UP.
And I wonder where Carl Nocum is, for the LPU Pirates. Kasi itong si Gael Montaño, he could be a second Carl Nocum, or hindi ko naman siguro nirarank, but in terms of sa scoring threat ng LPU. Pull-up jumper here for Gordon, that's pure. And Omar Gordon, one of the players you marked sa isa sa mga big asset ng LPU, itong si Omar Gordon. Not the tallest of players, not the widest of frames, pero energy-wise, kumbaga sa San Sebastian, sina Junic Segovia yan, sina Chad Amante. Sa NEU, sina Aldrin Basapica.
The reason why I highlighted him was more of the defensive end. And, him getting points here are bonus points para sa LYCEUM.
John Panelo with a quick jab on the other side for the Pirates. Alter asking for it outside. Looking for the DHO on Felicilda. Switching is Panelo, all alone in the corner. Inista mo na yan. That 3 is good for Terence Fortea. Gordon looking to attack the defense. Resets here. Uses the Panelo pick. Assesses, fires, but does not convert. Felicilda. Out to Alarcon. Torres with a travel. And that's gonna go back to LPU. Pakinggan naman natin ang ating courtside reporter na si Daphne Lozano. Anong balita dyan, Daphne?
Nakausap ko kanina si Coach Gilbert Malabanan of the LPU Pirates earlier, and since this is their debut game and they're going up against the Fighting Maroons at 3-0, I asked him ano ang approach nila. And the first few words that came out of his mouth were, we should not just play hard, but harder. He even added that they may be smaller, but that wouldn't stop them from going big against the UAAP defending champions. Even if they're missing key players such as Maclod Guadagna, JM Bravo, and John Barba, Coach Gilbert has full trust in his boys, for he knows that they are prepared for this game. They have the ability to compete with no intimidation inside. Mix and Justin.
Thank you, Daphne. And LPU showing no signs of backing down against his Fighting Maroon squad. Wala akong pakialam kung UAAP defending champions yan. LPU has that mentality that they're just another team in this Collegiate Cup. Shot clock ticking down. Casino lines it up and laces it. 21-18 now.
So LPU doing a great job starting it from the defensive end, and their offense is following.
That ball slipping away from Alter's hands, and I'd like to give a special shout out to one of our viewers, si Rowie Sacote. And nagsha-shoutout din kami para kay James Canoy sa mga tagapanood ng Pinoy Liga. Message from Rowie, galingan mo daw sa Liga on Thursday. Para pumayat ka na, his words, not mine.
Oh, yung una daw niyang liga was grade school pa, tapos ngayon lang babalik. So, good luck sa'yo, James Canoy.
Pero si Rowie, isa sa mga kaibigan din natin yan sa sports industry, no? So, maraming salamat sa pagpapanood ng Pinoy Liga and their continued support of the Collegiate Cup.
Siyempre si Rowie, he's one of our fellow Beagle owners din.
Take a look at this replay, no? Kaduyak with that fadeaway jumper. Pero hindi nga lang pumasok yun. Pero foul naman ang makukuha nito ni Ken Kaduyak. Si Ken, yung build niya, no offense intended, no? Pero ito yung makikita mo kapag nagsiscrimmage ka, matatakot kasi ito yung mga sobrang shooter. Si Ken.
Well, that is his role for the LYCEUM Pirates. He is a, how do you say it? Instant offense siya eh. Para if he clicks when you put him in, then he will get extended minutes. Pero pag
siya yung Joe Dumars ng LPU.
Ganda ng reference mo
the microwave. Who could forget? Raylan Torres has it tapped out by Omar. Shot clock now at 5. Corner triple. That's good. That is Terence Fortea in the corner. And again, LPU sagging on that corner defense. Medyo na-attract masyado. And Richmond Casino going 2 for 2. Showing off his range.
No hesitations eh. Para talagang J.R. Smith. Early in the shot clock.
Wala akong pakialam. Libre naman ako eh. But yun, pumasok naman. Kaduyak, gustong umambag. Yes, sir! Nothing but the bottom of the net para kay Ken Kaduyak.
There it is, the microwave.
And LPU will be issuing a head coach's challenge. Not sure what Coach Gilbert is considering here, but maybe it's his way of calling a pseudo timeout. Kasi ito na yung chance ng coaches para makausap nila yung mga players nila without calling a timeout. Yung mga challenge niya.
Saka ang bilis rin ng action eh. So the players might need a little breather because we still have a minute left here in the first quarter.
And it's just the first quarter. I know it's like a microcosm, kumbaga, no? Ng, kumbaga, super small snapshot ng mangyayari sa game na to. But LPU is up by 7. We saw this similar sa St. Dominic kanina. Nagpaulan ng 3 yung St. Dominic sa first half. Pero pagdating sa gas, yung patagalan na ng sunog, UP pa rin yung nananaig doon. And I think that speaks about their composure and poise talaga. No? Na kahit anong bilis ng laro, mapapabagal nila yan or mapapachempo sa pace na gusto nila.
And speaking of veteran smarts and composure of the UP team too earlier, it was held scoreless nga itong St. Dominic. The first 6 minutes of that fourth and final quarter, wala silang na-score.
Referees now are about to review this last call. Omar Gordon, sinasabi niya na hindi niya naman nahawakan that last loose ball for LPU.
Of course, every possession here very important for both teams.
I think this is the earliest challenge I've ever witnessed. Actually, sa College Cup, no? First quarter with a minute remaining.
You must have a lot of confidence that you would win that challenge if you use it in the first quarter.
Kasi kung hindi niya nakuha yun, it's unfortunately would be a waste of a challenge.
Goodbye na yung challenge mo eh.
Referees looking at the play now. Take a look at this. Saktong-sakto. Ito na, no? So there's the 3 by Kaduyak. And then ito na yung cross-court bullet pass ni Torres eh. There we go. So that's what they were contending, no? Was it last touch by Gordon? But let's see. Referees have whistled.
The challenge by the LPU Pirates was unsuccessful.
And LPU's challenge was unsuccessful, pero successful yung pagkuha nila ng timeout. Yun yung nakakuha nila. Pero
nasulit naman yung timeout nila.
21 seconds on the shot clock.
That's what we try to say all the time. No? Kung hindi gumana yung challenge mo, at least nakakuha kang timeout. Diba? Fortea now, getting that pick from Engiga. Alarcon puts it on the floor against Kaduyak. Big boy move with the left-hand finish.
I believe the first 2 points of Harold Alarcon. Finding the open lane in the middle with the lefty layup.
Gordon, ito na, poste ni Kaduyak against the defense of Alarcon. Unfazed. Tries to spin against Engiga, but excellent defense by Celson.
Muscle versus heft yun Alarcon versus Kaduyak.
Si Alarcon parang napapaatras sa heft ni Kaduyak. But that's also a threat Ito sa kapag nakuha mo on that switch and then napostehan ka, if the help is late, Engiga forces a turnover but gets one of his own.
Engiga picking up his pivot foot before the dribble. That's why he was called for a traveling infraction there.
Warning bench of LPU Pirates for improper bench decorum.
And their warning is issued on the LPU bench for improper bench decorum. Just our announcer just finalized that. Casino hands it off to Gordon. Trying to find Panelo. And that's a veteran move from Terence Fortea na naman. Di kasi nakikita ng referee yung angle na yon. Sa foul on Nat Fuentes.
Ako yung microwave ni Ken Kaduyak, may bound pang isang 3-pointer.
Di pa pala.
Sayang.
Baka mamaya. They may be the microwave, pero microwave seal. Itong UP. Alarcon! Skying and flying and converting.
Finding a lot of success in attacking the basket was Harold Alarcon.
Pasok naman for a last second substitution itong si Reynan Torres. Harold Alarcon. He's been working on that bag for the entirety of the offseason and implementing it here in their preseason tournaments in the Pinoyliga Cup. Is not completed. Last second shot by Gordon. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 28-25 in favor of LPU. Only a 3-point margin here for the Pirates. NCAA versus UAAP. We'll be back for the second quarter. Stay tuned, mga kaliga. The Montana and the Badiano.
Despite the slow start to this quarter, suddenly both teams are picking.
Yung binansagan nating J.R. Smith. Excellent move to digging on that corner defense. The first 10 minutes in the books, and now the second quarter is underway as LPU takes a 3-point lead. Coming into this game, UP ang favorites dito as LPU is making their debut against the Fighting Maroons, but they're up by 3 now.
Well, it was LPU disrupting the offensive sets of UP, and maganda rin yung outside shooting na pinakita nila. Casino drilling 2 3-pointers and Kaduyak with 1 as well.
Good aggressive moves there by Harold Alarcon. And trying to look for a review of the second motion here was the referee. Golden Monteverde, sinasabi na parang may second dun after Engiga gets that one. Play continues. Alarcon against 2 Pirates. Skies and converts again. The human scoring machine. Etong si Harold Alarcon. When in doubt, give it to Kuya Harold.
Parang meron siyang nakitang advantage dun sa late first quarter, no? Ever since he got that drive to the basket, he has been looking more aggressive.
Yung gupit pang good boy, no? Pero yung drive pang bad boy. Yung laro pang bad boy. Scoring 28 points if I'm not mistaken in their previous game, no, against Diliman. 27 as well para kay Fortea.
28 points for Harold Alarcon with 5 out of 8 from 3-point territory.
So hindi lang loob yung laro nito ni Harold Alarcon. But I mean, if anyone was watching those finals ng UAAP, no, UP against Lasal, kilala na si Harold Alarcon.
Definitely one of the main gunners for the champion UP Fighting Maroons squad.
And if my memory serves me right, itong LPU was 4th in the last NCAA season. So it's the battle of the second runner-up and the champions here. Kaduyak goes perfect. Reset na ngayon dito si Fortea. Gives it to Torres. Here comes Alarcon against Engiga. Here's that hero ball play with Alarcon again. But good defense here by Lance Aurigue. That's going to be 2 shots against Alarcon. LPU has to find an answer to that play, no? Kasi UP now realizes that once Alarcon gets that ISO, walang kayang bumantay sa kanya ng one-on-one consistently.
And in this play, there was already a slight double team. Omar Gordon helping out on Harold Alarcon. Pero, you know, just a crafty move by him. With that hang dribble. And then still being able to draw the foul.
Alarcon makes a second. And papasok na ngayon para sa LPU. Etong si Paulo para kay Omar Gordon. Si Dave Paulo.
I always fear players with 2 first names.
Actually, para si Ricky Bobby. Guess there's the pick from Kaduyak. Trying to find Palingayan. Shot clock reads 3. Last second shot by Ken. That board just absolutely inhaled by Mark Belmonte. Fortea, that's his favorite spot. No good, and Torres just saves it with one hand. Looking like a wide receiver.
Fortunately, that save hit the face of Engiga.
Kala niya kasi dodgeball eh. Kala ni Raylan Torres, nakalimutan niya ay basketball nga pala. Balik naman tayo sa basketball. Uupo naman dito si Celson Engiga. We've seen him play in the Next Man Cup for UP rin naman. Palingayan coming off the bench for the Pirates. Sees the gap in the defense. Drops it off to Aurigue. Palingayan all day to shoot. No.
I believe that was Peñafiel.
That was Peñafiel pala. Si Palingayan kaka-drop off lang. Nasa corner na agad. No? Mali ako.
Nakaka-teleport pala.
My bad.
Naka-blink strike.
Oh my gosh. Ang tagal ko na hindi narinig yun. Ito na. Si Ricky Maru. Hindi nakasaksak doon. But UP stays with it. Fortea, different spot. Same result. And Terence Fortea is unconscious from three-pointer.
Outside shooting working for Terence Fortea.
LPU looking to answer back, but well covered by the Fighting Maroons. There's the defense of UP. That sort of zone rotation is working well for them. Palingayan. Tough fade, no good. And Belmonte tries to get it. But looks like no second motion naman. Parang rebound lang naman talaga yung inabot.
It's the wrong place at the wrong time. Nabagsakan lang yung UP player. But Lyceum all of a sudden struggling to find the basket here. Getting good attempts but it's not falling for them.
Versosa papasok para kay Aurigue sa LPU. LPU with 3 team fouls, UP with only 1. Here comes down the lane, Pinisilda. He's got hospital shoes on. What a move by Ernest Pinisilda. I mean, a clinical performance here for UP, but only leading by 5. Basic move there, fundamental move. Peñafiel lines it up and laces it.
Crucial basket para kay Peñafiel, finally ending the drought of the Lyceum Pirates.
And trying to get that stop was Gael Montaño. Against itong si Terence Fortea. Shot so nice, you gotta see it twice. That was Simon Peñafiel, that lefty three-pointer. Fortea hands it to Alarcon. Tries to find Belmonte. Trying to carve some space underneath. Gets the shooter's bounce and the foul. And Harold Alarcon is in his zone.
Something really clicked for him in that last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Yung nakita niya na parang mas madali yatang sumaksak. He's been spamming this move all throughout.
And that's a surprise, because this LPU squad is one of the taller teams here in the Collegiate Cup. I'd understand if kalaban nila para mga St. Dominic, no? But why do you think this mentality of Alarcon is working against the Pirates here?
Maybe he's liking the matchup that he has in front of him. Maybe malaki nga ang LPU, mahaba sila, but the initial defender on Alarcon, I guess he sees that he can really take him one-on-one.
Harold Alarcon will take a seat here for UP. Some breathing room for LPU. Quick spin move inside. That's a beauty coming from Gael Montaño.
There it is again, the post supremacy by Gael Montaño.
Pinisilda straight away 3. Battle for the board. Rebound. Sorry, foul will be called on Mark Belmonte. Nasisense ko na magkakainitan na ito maya-maya. I can feel it.
Scrappy, it's a scrappy ball game.
But I mean, one of the more physical teams in the NCAA and the most recently accomplished team in the UAAP, the champions in UP. Expect nothing less. Palingayan tries to find Peñafiel in the corner. Quick ball movement. 3-pointer. Yes, sir. And another 3 from Gael Montaño.
This time from the outside.
UP nahihirapan dito mag-execute ng konti, no? But Raylan Torres all the way to the basket. Gets the foul. Fishes for 2. And LPU, no? Of course, known for being one of the more high-scoring teams dito sa Collegiate Cup. As we take a look at this replay ni Raylan Torres, just attacking the defense and sealing him on that outside hip. Pero nahihirapan yung LPU dito on defense, no? I mean, yes, you can score in bunches, but you're also against a team that can do the same. What adjustments can LPU do here?
They have to change the pace now. They have to be more physical. Like you said, feeling mo magkakainitan nga dito. So
feeling ko lang, kasi sa mga second motion of those offensive rebounds, yung battle for just the loose balls in general, laging nagkakaroon ng certain pose na parang nabibuild yung tension. As Fortea and Torres take a seat for UP. Pasok naman dito para sa LPU si Joshua Moralejo. In the penalty now, as we listen to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano. Daphne, what do you have for us?
The UP Fighting Maroons does not have Jalen Stevens for tonight's game due to an unfortunate accident he experienced last Sunday against Diliman Colleges. But on a brighter note, Jalen is present tonight to show his support to the team. I had the chance to ask how he is, and he gave an assurance that he is okay. His wound was immediately treated, and he did not have any concussion. However, he was advised to rest for tonight as a part of his recovery. Jalen also added that despite the gap he left, he knows that his teammates will effortlessly fill it, for they know they are truly good. Pero Migs and Justin, what are your thoughts on Jalen Stevens' absence? Will this pose an advantage to the Pirates?
Thank you, Daphne. And Gani obviously leaving a big void, no? Dito sa depensa, especially ng UP. Kaya mas nakakaroon ng inside shots itong Pirates, but we'll talk about more of that. We'll talk more about that later on. Tied at 40 with less than 5 remaining in the second. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT. Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Tied at 40 with less than 5 remaining here in the continued coverage of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. We're at game number 2 right now between the UP Fighting Maroons team number 1 and the LPU Pirates, which we thought was going to be a lopsided ball game, but LPU continuing to keep it close against UP. What has been their secret to success here?
Well, we were talking earlier before we went to the break about Gani Stevens. You know, they're missing definitely a defensive presence inside, and LYCEUM is taking advantage of that.
Dileg doing a victory lap around the ring, pero hindi nakapasok yun. Felicilda looks to attack quick. Abadiano gets his own miss. Floats it up. No good. And Alter with the O-Reb, but 2 shots here for UP. Foul picked up by John Versosa.
We see the length and height advantage by UP there, as they had 3 attempts at the basket.
I mean, aside from making the defensive adjustments, no, as Jovan Abregana is now on the floor for LPU, they have to rebound as a team against this much taller UP team. Gumana yun para sa St. Dominic kanina. More undersized than this LPU team, than compared to LPU. Pero nagawa nila ng paraan to kahit papano lessen the discrepancy of those in that rebound department.
And itong LYCEUM, they like to run. That's why they are a high-scoring team. Pero they shouldn't forget that they should box out first before running in transition.
Josh Moralejo, and if this game was a stoplight, laging naka-green na to. Walang orange. Abregana for 3. 2-point lead now for LPU as Abregana makes his presence felt. As Felicilda hits the deck and hits our valued partner in Amelie Hotel Manila. Pero Felicilda, mukhang natumba na naman dito.
This is definitely a fascinating ball game to watch. You know, high-scoring ball game siya, pero hindi mo masasabing walang depensa
Felicilda's gonna hit the bench now. And coaching staff is checking on him if he's okay. Kasi parang nahilo yata siya from that last hit with the board. But UP ball. Alarcon takes it. Takes it for himself. In your face.
That was not an easy shot.
That's one way to put it. Dileg tries to meet Alter at the altar. Pero hindi pa daw siya ready for more mature roles. So Dileg will go to the free throw line here. Shot so nice, you gotta see it twice. Alarcon got the switch. Tinirahan lang sa muka. Kobe.
Hand on his face.
Good boy on the outside, bad boy on the court.
With bad intentions pa.
Yung gupit niya pang K-pop Pero dito parang pang pick and pop. Gilbert Malabanan giving some shouting orders for his squadron here in the remaining 3.5.
Shouting talaga Hindi ba pwedeng pabulong lang?
Whispering or ang ingay dito Baka lang kung ma-experience lang ng mga fans natin sa Pinoy Liga kung gaano ka-intense talaga, especially when UP starts to play, as smartly pulling the chair there was Gael Montaño. Pero iba yung intensity, lalo na kapag UP naglalaro. Actually, for any team for that matter, napapansin natin they always have their specific brands of support, I'd say. Ayoko sabihin noise Support.
from their fans. No?
And three-pointer again. Kyle Montano nag-iinit na para sa LPU Pirates. Up by 3, both in the penalty.
Definitely, he was the spark here in the second quarter as LPU went on a mini drought, but he is proving to be their offensive option here.
Going to work is Belmonte. Spins into that hook, but Abregana there to collect. That's a shot that you can live with if you're LPU. Dileg, hezzy move, pero nasaraduhan ni Alarcon. As Jan Felicilda set to check back in for UP. So is Raylan Torres. Upong muna itong si Mark Belmonte and Harold Alarcon.
The hip check.
Ako, hini-hip check ko lang sarili ko kasi parang laging masakit pagkagising eh. Yun yung hip check ko. Tinataas ko, parang natataas ko pa ba ito? Parang okay pa naman.
Still checking. Kaya pa ba?
Still checking?
Kaya pa ba maglakad today?
Kaya naman. Dileg has been their great contributor here from the starting 5 as struggling to get back on defense here is Jetro Reyes. Ooh, what a move by, I believe that was Fortea. But stepping out of bounds, pati ako nahilo dun sa spin move ni Terence.
Pati siya rin ata yung nahilo eh.
Parang lahat ng bad boy ng UP naka-good boy cut eh, no? Si Fortea, si Felicilda, si Elarcon, etong si Sean Alter, lahat naka-good boy eh.
Kailangan mo i-balance out yan eh. Mahirap na pag bad boy lang lagi.
Moralejo?
Not speaking from experience.
Oo naman. Jetro Reyes had some struggles earlier to get back on defense. But UP now. Felicilda in the corner. Abadiano. Short. Rebound goes to LPU. Quick move by Moralejo. Pull up by Abregana. Dribbles out of the rim. And foul will be called on UP. And 2 shots here as both teams are in the penalty. Advantage here for LPU if they drew a foul on that one. Yep. So this is going to be free throws for... it's going to be free throws for Raylan Torres, apparently.
So the foul was on the rebound. And Lyceum ang napituhan.
1 of 1 here for Raylan Torres.
Itong Lyceum, nakahanap sila ng sagot eh, no? In the second
Kahit
quarter.
papano.
Yeah, they were down by 5 points in the second.
Now they're up by 4.
Yeah.
3 rather. Perfect free throw trip from Raylan. LPU probably looking for a mismatch post-up or an outside shot. Finds Dileg. Trying to attack the defense of Fortea, but there's the read. UP completes the steal. Jan Felicilda. Extra pass to Abadiano. Corner 3 is good.
Great recognition by Felicilda. You know, he saw the miscommunication on the closeout and found Abadiano open in the corner.
Dileg. Quickly crowded. Abadiano and Reyes. Moralejo looking to spin away. What a pass to the corner. Just could not convert. UP looking to run. And Giga down the length of the floor and passes it to the only man in gray, our referee. And just running over ito si Jetro Reyes. Pero yun pa yung medyo kulang kay Celson and Giga. That composure off of shots. He saw the corner man. Hindi lang nakapag-connect yung pasa niya.
When I saw it in his movements, he really wanted to go for the open layup. Well, not the open layup, but...
Pero kaya eh. May advantage siya. He had that vertical leap over Jetro Reyes.
Ang hindi niya nakita was on the opposite side, si Abadiano.
Open
just
din.
hit a three-pointer.
Ooh, what a move by Kaduyak. Pull up, not pure though. Jan calling the play. Abadiano says, let's take a reset. Shot clock reads 10. And not ready for the pass was Belmonte. Rolling to the basket. So LPU now with a Last second heave here. But timeout muna ang tatawagin ng LPU Pirates. Change favor. UP takes a lead of 1. We'll be right back. For more action, stay tuned.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT saya all. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
And now for the final 21 seconds of the second quarter. LPU looking to write the closing statement. Tan, a circumstantial substitution here for Coach Goldwyn. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the pick from Kaduyak. Nico Tan on him. Three-pointer on the way. Big shot for LPU to close out the quarter. And that is going to be Fuentes on that last second three. That was not Fuentes to get them up to within 2. 53-51 in favor of the Pirates. It seems like every situation that UP has played out, LPU has found an answer or two to respond to UP. We'll be right back for more Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup action between the Fighting Maroons, team number 1, and the LPU Pirates. Stay tuned mga kaliga, don't go away. Tries to find Belmonte. Trying to carve some space underneath in that rebound department.
And itong Lyceum, they like to run. That's why they are a high score.
He's got hot.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT saya all. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli Internet. Get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Do you love the game? To make a better world. This is our game. Play it straight.
Good evening, mga kaliga. You're still tuned in to Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup match between the UP Team 1 versus the LPU Pirates. And for our halftime interview, beside me is Coach Patrick Melencio of the LPU Pirates. Coach, thank you so much for joining me here in the half po. So ayun, we have seen that the first half ay close po talaga yung laban between the two teams. Pero as your analysis po, Coach, what do you think is the winning edge of your team for tonight?
Well, I think first of all yung hustle namin, that's what we're doing today. But we really have to emphasize yung transition defense namin, especially with a very good team like UP, who is very good in transition. We have to address that if we want to get the win tonight.
And bukod pa po dun sa na-mention nyo po, Coach, what do you think could be the greatest challenge naman of your team, especially this coming second half?
We really have to execute offensively also. Yung assist namin, kailangan namin itaas pa. And we really have to learn to
move the ball faster. Yun lang yung chance namin to play against a very good defensive team din eh. So yun siguro if we really want to get this win.
We're looking forward to that, Coach. Pero yun, now I'm giving you the opportunity to greet and thank anyone that you like po.
Yun lang, yung buong LPU community and also my wife and my son. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you so much po, Coach. Once again, that is all for our halftime interview. Kaya tutok lang kayo mga kaliga because we will be back after our short break.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
And now we're back to the second half. 53-51 is our score as LPU snagged that 2-point lead after that 3 by Nat Fuentes to end the first half. Nakausap nga natin yung assistant coach ng LPU kanina kung ano ba yung mga pointers nila coming into the second half. Coming to the second half, the specific pointers that they need to do. But let's let the numbers talk for themselves just in what unfolded in the first 20.
Well, as we can see here, the turnovers, way too many turnovers for UP. And everything else is somewhat similar. But, you know, what LYCEUM was doing in the second quarter was their outside shooting was definitely keeping them alive.
Yep.
You know, Gael Montaño had a couple of three-pointers. Ayun yan, Nat Fuentes giving them the lead at the end of the second. But their defense, parang nasagot ng UP yung defensive strategy nila. Pero ayun na nga, we can talk about that later as we go to the top scorers first.
Leading scorers ahead of the entire Pac Alarcon with 18 and the rest of the players later on. It's okay. Masyadong kapit sa action yung mga broadcast team natin. Pero okay lang, mababalikan natin yan. Terence Fortea with 9, Abadiana with 8, Montana with 11, Casino and Kaduyak with 6 apiece for the LPU Pirates. Thank you so much sa pagpakinig sa amin. And now, coming back into the action, napakinggan natin kanina yung coaching staff ng LPU. No? It's about moving the ball faster. It's the defensive intensity and it's going back in transition against a not only tall but also fast team in the UP Fighting Maroons. Pero do you think that the coaching staff of LPU did miss any pointers there coming into the second half?
I think he was right on point with what he said. Kulang nga sila sa transition defense. The only reason why LYCEUM is up now is their offense kept them alive. Yung defense nila, nasagot ng UP eh. Pero ayun na nga, they need to find a way to stop them. And you know, the offense is already clicking. So pag nagawa nila yon, then mas lalaki pa yung lamang nila.
And once again, to our viewers, you are watching the continuation of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. You can catch our games on www.pusop.com, on our Smart Sports Facebook page, on the Pinoyliga Cup's Facebook and YouTube channel, as well as our partners. Thank you to our official venue partners in ENDERUN Colleges, our official outfitter, LGR, our official ticketing partner, Ticket to Me. Special shout out as well to Eastern Communications, Buffalo's Wings and Things, Smart, Amelie Hotel Manila, Pinoyliga.com, and our valued partners. We are a proud member of the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas. After that quick inside move by Raylan Torres, if I'm not mistaken, and quickly answering back was Joshua Moralejo. UP now up by 1 after that 2+1 play. Oh, quick cross by Felicilda. 3-pointer for Torres. That's pure. I mean, how do you stop that? Filicilda can easily break down your primary defender. Tapos everyone's a shooter.
And again, the offensive barrage continues. Same theme from the first half.
LPU trying to answer back. Montaño with a screen. Corner trip against Janjan. Trying to back down Espina. That was Montaño. Last second shot. Ayaw pa rin. Torres gives it to Janjan. Cross court to Harold Alarcon, the leading scorer. Felicilda all day to shoot. 1, 2, and 3.
UP doing a great job, moving the ball inside and outside, and Felicilda, the recipient of that kick out.
Parang mas mataas pa nga yung efficiency nila sa tres kasi sa layup eh. Itong UP squad, which is I'm not sure if it's a good sign. Abadiano forces the turnover. Moralejo trying to get in Abadiano's way. But Moralejo whistled for the foul. Parang nakakatakot pa pag nakikita mo yung contact up close. No? Parang naalala ko yun sa PBA. No? Kung ayaw mo ng contact, mag-chess ka na lang. I think I will gladly choose chess. Every time. Takot ako masakatan eh.
Ito na ba yung sinasabi mong may tension eh, di ba? Bawat possession.
Actually, hindi. Parang nag-de-escalate ng konti. Let's see later on, no? Alarcon to Abadiano. Trying to swing it to Belmonte. Little gimme jump shot. I didn't know he had that in him.
Smooth-looking jump shot as well. Textbook eh.
The smooth mid-range criminal.
Para siyang trophy eh. Yung tira na.
Oh, actually. Moralejo all the way to the basket. Behind the back pass. Just quickly crowded there was John Versosa. But what a behind the back pass by Joshua Moralejo to set up Versosa. Makakakuha ba tayong instant replay? Pero baka mamaya, hindi. Kasi active possession eh. Mamaya. Moralejo, hindi yata nakatingin si Daileg. Pero buti na lang. Gets that to go. Parang nag-shooting lang sa subdivision.
Si Alarcon, di rin nakatingin eh.
Di niya alam, i-inbound na pala. And LPU, we see, no? Medyo nag-experiment na sa defense dito. The long rotate. They got the corner 3. Pero nakakuha na naman ng foul. If UP doesn't get those easy threes, they always get those fouls inside, forcing LPU into a sticky situation na pwede sila mag-penalty.
Problema ngayon ng Lyceum. They seem to have forgotten to box out. And ayun na nga, Belmonte, the recipient of that rebound.
Eh, nabobombard itong LPU on all fronts, no? Na nahihirapan na sila sa depensa. They're trying to keep up on offense as well. And then, mapupunta pa sila sa penalty situation.
Still 7:18 remaining. 3 fouls na itong Lyceum Pirates.
And gets that second free throw is Belmonte. Moralejo will bring it down with Montaño. Trying to find some daylight. Inside, does not connect. Torres finds Belmonte. No look pass to the inside. That's a baby food for UP. And the Maroons smell blood. Can LPU answer back? Peñafiel steps back for 3. Yes, sir! Peñafiel, yan yung pamatay sunog ngayon ng LPU.
Oo. Pero UP, they're realizing na yung mismatch nila is na kay Mark Belmonte.
Ganda ng nilalaro nito ni Simon Peñafiel, no, for the Pirates. Then Versosa with that inside presence for the Pirates has tipping that ball out. Big impact. Moralejo gets that pick from Versosa. Fall away jumper. Almost in. Torres now. Almost gets it swiped. Janjan to Alarcon. Short. Dialect collects. Now Moralejo. Inside, trying to go to work. Versosa kicks it to Peñafiel. And a bit over-eager on the step there, getting away with the travel.
Ito si Peñafiel, no? Not the most consistent scorer right now, pero yung mga baskets niya very timely. Ramdam ng UP yung mga 3-pointers na napapasok niya.
Now Torres inbounds it here for Thea. On him is Richmond Casino. Dileg fights over the screen. Torres all day to shoot. No good. Ball is loose and the LPU comes up with it. Better rebounding jobs here for the Pirates. There's the handoff to Peñafiel. Versosa with a quick roll. Inside, trying to seal Abadiano. Running out of space. Fortea, all the way. And that's enough for head coach Gilbert Malabanan. 8-point lead. This lead has ballooned to almost double digits now for UP. We'll be right back with 5 remaining in the third quarter. Stay tuned.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
Now with 5 minutes remaining, LPU trying to stop the bleeding here as UP is up by 8. Aside from getting back on transition, ano ba yung mga kailangan pa nilang adjustments dito, Just?
You know, LPU has to definitely take care of the ball. They have been, it was UP turning the ball more in the first half, pero itong third quarter naman, ang LYCEUM have been very sloppy with the basketball, and UP capitalizing on fast break points off of those turnovers.
Casino now on Fortea. Puts the move on. 3-pointer on the way off the fake. Good balance there from Gael Montaño.
Aside from Peñafiel, Gael Montaño also joining the 3-point party.
Here come anticipating that double screen. Belmonte all day to shoot. Top of the key. Lista mo na yan. How do you stop that? Kasi both screeners can either roll or pop. So Casino is forced to choose. And yun, nahigop siya ng depensa doon. Corner triple. LPU staying alive with those 3-pointers. And there's Jonathan Dileg.
We are seeing why basketball nowadays is positionless. Mga centers hitting it from long distance.
And now it's just a 5-point ball game. I can't imagine where LPU must be without this 3-ball falling. Casino trying to put the move on Abadiano. On Belmonte rather. Peñafiel sees some daylight, attacks the gap, and finishes. Abadiano trying to go for a quick jab. Parang lason. Kakainin ka pa unti-unti. Here comes Richmond. Trying to look for Montaño. Alter on the switch. They can look for Casino here. 3-pointer. No good. Referee will call the foul though. That's going to be against Richmond Casino.
Must be something in the water of these both teams. The energy is just, it's different tonight.
Gordon now checks in for LPU. So does Kaduyak. Ito na yung mga energy boys ng LPU. The Battery Bandits. Ayaw pa rin ng tres na yun for UP. Alter turns around. Could not alter the tide. Casino trying to put the move on Fortea, but falls down to his own move. Versosa attacks Sean Alter and gets the layup to go with the foul.
Sean Alter not having the best ball game today. He has had a lot of point-blank shots, pero most of them are overcooked eh.
Parang ngayon, mas nagiging liability pa itong si Sean Alter for this UP team. For now, ha? For now. Kasi nakikita ng LPU na parang defensive liability siya. But on the other side naman, yung inaatake ng LPU dito, whenever he's on the floor, is itong si Richmond Casino.
Yeah. Okay, Sean looks a little bit slow on his feet tonight.
A bit,
no?
yeah. Just a tad.
Oh, just tonight. You know,
just tonight.
I'm actually a fan of his game. You know, I like it when he's paired with someone like, of course, LeBron Lopez isn't here with them right now. Pero, I don't know, when he's the secondary big man, malaki yung nako-contribute niya for UP.
As the foul is called, pakinggan naman natin si Daphne Lozano, our courtside reporter. What do you have for us, Daphne?
Treat every game as a championship game. Ayan na talaga ang battle cry ng UP Fighting Maroons as stated by Ernest Felicilda and also Coach Goldwyn earlier. With that, Ernest Felicilda, one of UP Team 1's key players now, shared how Coach Goldwyn reminds him to take up space inside the court dahil siya ang gwardya. Nasa kanya ang kapangyarihan na mag-orchestrate at execute ng plays nila. Dinagdag pa ni Ernest na he looks up to LeBron James because of his basketball IQ. Kahit na malayo sila in terms of physical attributes, his goal is to be as sharp and wise as him. Mix and Justin.
Thank you, Daphne. And Jan Felicilda has displayed nothing short of pristine basketball IQ for this UP team. As, I'm sorry to have to cut it short, but LPU is on a tear right now. John Persosa is playing like a man possessed. Getting rebound after rebound. Peñafiel, grabe na yun kung pumasok pa. Sobra ka na. But Belmonte is crashed on the floor on the other side, but with a quick response was Terence Fortea, but Belmonte on the floor now. Looks like off that bump with Peñafiel, no? Parang nagkatamaan sila ng tuhod. I'm not so sure. With the coaching staff checking on him now.
Yeah, I was not able to see what happened.
Our local medic as well, checking on Mark Belmonte. Baka makakuha tayo ng instant replay sa nangyari nila. I think it happened on the shot ni Peñafiel. He was stumbling down, tapos parang natamaan niya etong si Mark Belmonte on that last shot.
Ganda pa naman nilalaro ni Belmonte.
Sakto yan, narinig tayo. There's Peñafiel falling down.
Okay.
Okay. Not sure there, no? Natamaan niya yung right knee eh. It's the right knee there. Natamaan on the way down ni Semyon Peñafiel, itong si Belmonte, but baka nagkaroon pa ng contact na hindi natin nakita prior to the play. But he's still down. It looks like he's gonna be walking to the bench now. Substitution muna. Most likely para kay Mark Belmonte.
Seems to be walking fine as well.
So Celson will be checking back in exchange for Mark Belmonte. LPU will recollect as the game is tied at 75.
Looks like we're playing 12 minutes per quarter here with our scoring.
Casino for 3 off that screen. I mean, ano bang solusyon mo dyan? Oh, referees whistle a foul away from the ball. Gilbert Malamanan is absolutely livid against Ken Kaduyak, I believe. Oh, and sinasabi niya na dapat di ka nag-foul because we are in the penalty. Richmond kasi you just hit a big 3 tapos biglang
momentum going on your side momentarily. But yeah, this foul kind of chips away from that momentum shift.
And it looks like we see na si Richmond kasi niya parang may kinausap sa bench, and it was no one other than John Barba. Nanonood siya ngayon sa bleachers with the fans. So baka may injury or may prior commitment, di siya nakalaro ngayon. But of course, looking forward to seeing more of John Barba in the LPU Pirate uniform dito sa Collegiate Cup ng Pinoyliga. Kaduyak, talagang atras na dun si Raylan Torres. But here comes Alarcon. Stays with it. What a play by Harold Alarcon. and just stays composed.
The hustle and the strength on display there.
Unfazed by the Ken Kaduyak second motion. Here comes Casino again. Tries to hezzy his way out. But he's gonna get a foul way in. 2 free throws here for Richmond.
I was telling you earlier, ito si Richmond, no, ini-invite ko dun sa mga papawis namin, sa village namin. No, I already have the luxury of watching him play, pero I don't know how I'm gonna guard him if ever he pulls up.
Mahirap pantayan yan. I mean, he has that outside shot. He can drive at will as well. And ang hirap niyang i-predict off that screen.
Anytime.
Ako na lang yung taga-screen. No, kung ganun.
Hindi. Alam ko na gagawin ko. Kakampi ko siya pagdating sa papawis namin.
Basta magkampi tayo tatlo. Okay lang yun. And Casino makes both. And the shooting, no, the overall efficiency of LPU is keeping them in the game right now. If the 3-pointers would fall even more for this Pirate squad, they can come away with the lead.
They still haven't been able to resolve the transition defense that the coaches were talking about.
Nahihirapan talaga sila eh. Alarcon on an island. 3-pointer on the way. Kung pumasok yun, sasabunutan ko na sarili ko. Masyado nang mainit si Harold. Ito dapat, hindi dapat si Larry Fon na siya yung babyface assassin eh. Ito dapat eh.
Yeah, Harold.
Oo. Casino trying to get that pick from Panelo. Thought about the 3. Knifes into the paint, but does not finish. Casino trying to get back on defense. Last shot now for UP. Abrigana picks up Harold. Welcome to Harold Island. 7 seconds on the shot clock. It's Alarcon time. What a pass to Belmonte. I thought he was going to take an ISO. And Casino almost lands that last second heave. But what a last play by the UP Fighting Maroons. We thought that Alarcon was going to take an isolation. But he finds Belmonte at the very last second to put them up by 1. In the end of the third quarter, 81-80. But Belmonte is crashed on the floor on the other side. But team number 1. Maronejo, hindi yata nakatingin si Dailegi. Coverage. Pero buti na Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. Gets that out of space. And the fourth quarter of play is now upon us. 81-80 as UP holds on to this lead after that last second pass by Alarcon to Belmonte. Again, transition defense proving to be a problem here for the LPU Pirates. But UP taking advantage of all those gaps and more. Can UP stay undefeated, or will LPU hand them their first loss of the season? You are continuing to watch the coverage of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. You can catch our games live via www.pusop.com, our Smart Sports Facebook page, our Pinoyliga Cup's Facebook and YouTube channel, our official venue partner in the ENDERUN colleges, our official outfitter LGR, our official ticketing partner Ticket to Me. Special thanks to our partners in Eastern Communications, Buffalo's Wings and Things, Smart, Amalie Hotel Manila, Pinoyliga.com, and we are a proud member of the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas. Gordon being whistled for the foul there. Belmonte making the first.
Glad to see Mark Belmonte back on his feet.
And looking good.
Mukhang na-shake off na kanina yung late third quarter injury. Makes both.
Nagkabanggaan lang ng tuhod.
Most likely. Now LPU with a chance. Moralejo. On him is Felicilda. Trying to use the pick. Corner 3 from Gordon. Yes, sir! Bottom of the bucket.
That is a big shot by Omar Gordon.
Torres hands it off to Harold. Asking for it in the post is Raylan Torres. Finds Belmonte. And apparently a foul given up by Jonathan Daileg. That's going to be a blocking foul on Daileg, who has proven to be a valuable contributor in the first half. Itong si Daileg, no? He was the starting center for LPU. A very persistent defender, a consistent inside scorer as well. Abadiano kicks it out with 9 on the shot clock. Alarcon knifes to the basket, but same foot finish does not go. And look who tracks it down. Torres. Quick move on Moralejo. Drops it off to Belmonte. Hindi lang nakapasok yun.
Soft touch, no good.
And attacking the defense is Daileg, I believe. Yep, that's Jonathan Daileg on that fast break for LPU.
I'm sure UP is going to look for Mark Belmonte here in the fourth quarter.
Pero ang dami pa rin nilang offensive threats in Abadiano, Fortea, Alarcon. But Belmonte parang siya laging nababagsakan ng pasa. Cross court to Gordon. Working into the paint, up and under move, fouled by Belmonte. And I think this is what LPU wants, no? If Belmonte gets into foul trouble, they'll force either Alter or Enjiga back in, which is a much more dealable. I'd say dealable na lang para maganda.
That was a nice getaway move as well by Omar Gordon. And maganda yung pasok niya. There's a sudden spark for Lyceum once he entered the ball game. Of course, hitting the perimeter J earlier. Sorry, the three-pointer earlier.
The three-pointer, yeah.
And ngayon naman, drawing the foul and getting 2 free throws.
And now a second chance here for Gordon for a second shot. LPU up by 3. Doesn't make both. Felicilda now will reset for UP. Gets the pick from Belmonte. Gordon on Felicilda. Oh! Ankle breaker. Abadiano. Corner triple. Put that on your highlight reel. First the ankle breaker by Felicilda, and then the corner jackknife by Jerry Abadiano.
Again, it was Felicilda. He just knows how to break the defense.
Ang sakit nun, kahit yung tuhod ko nasaktan eh. Hindi lang ankle breaker, lower body breaker yun.
Galing kasi ng the way he breaks down his initial defender. And ang ganda ng vision niya eh. Once na nag-rotate na yung help defense, nahanap niya agad yung corner man niya.
Yeah. That time, it wasn't Belmonte. Ngayon naman, si Abadiano. Inside to Gordon. Walang bantay. Corner triple. Swerte lang yung UP dun. Gordon had all day to shoot. He could have reset. Medyo may dadali lang niya yung tira ng konti. Papasok na ngayon si Simon Peñafiel. Upo muna si Gordon. It was an open shot by Gordon, pero sayang lang, di pumasok yun.
That was a really long step back that he took. Maybe threw him off balance.
Versosa now comes in, the very tall energy bunny for LPU.
Parang yung Lyceum, gusto nila yung matchup ni Versosa kay Alter eh.
Pero kayang Versosa can beat him off the step. Felicilda against two Pirates. Good defense here by LPU. Here comes the close on Torres. Inside hand finish. And foul will be called against Moralejo. No, it's going to be an offensive foul. So LPU regains possession. That's going to be a foul on Sean Alter, apparently. So it's going to be a turnover for UP.
Is that the last foul of Sean Alter?
Hindi, sinab lang siya.
Ah, okay.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Hindi ko narinig kasi sobrang ingay ng audience dito sa Enderun. Moralejo. Top of the key, Versosa. Trying to look for that other handoff. Peñafiel. On to Montaño. No one in the middle for LPU. No rebounders there, and Dileg just short on that three. Alarcon. Good boy with the bad boy move, with bad boy intentions. The K-pop king. Harold Alarcon with a three. Peñafiel doesn't answer back. And while we'll take a break from the action, pakinggan naman natin si Daphne Lozano.
I joined the recent huddle of the LPU Pirates, and Coach Gilbert took this as an opportunity to reiterate to his boys the play he wants for his squad to exhibit. Naniniwala siya na playing harder while sticking to their system can reward them their first win tonight. And so far in the duration of this quarter, the Pirates are going hard on the gas pedal with their attack. So let's see, they'll be able to regain their lead in the remaining minutes of this ballgame, or will the Fighting Maroons keep their winning streak burning?
Thank you, Daphne. And LPU with a huge fast break score as they are up by 2 now against the Pirates. We'll be right back after this timeout. Stay tuned, mga kaliga.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
Hindi aabot ang data!
Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
And now we are back in the fourth quarter with 5.5 minutes remaining. And if the action was heated already, it has continued to pick up in the final 5 minutes as LPU looking to go down to the wire with UP Team 1.
That was a crazy sequence before the timeout.
Felicilda. There's that defensive movement here for LPU. Trying to contain that inside pass to Belmonte. Pero Alarcon, in and out. The UP fans always holding their breath whenever tumitira itong team nila. Montaño. Peñafiel going to work. Trying to look for Moralejo. There's the handoff. Free for three. No. But offensive rebound for LPU. Recollects. Inside. Reverse layup by Versosa. Heartbreaker. Ties it up at 89.
Wow, the patience of LYCEUM in that offensive possession.
Chance of defense from the LPU bench. Felicilda tries to break down this chicken. Open at the top of the key, but good defense here from the Pirates. Just committing that last second foul. Could have slid in time, pero medyo mahirap na yan eh. With momentum building.
Ang ganda na ng mga recovery ng LYCEUM. Yung pag-close out ng shooters. But Harold Alarcon just using his veteran smarts there as he draws the foul from, I believe that's Peñafiel.
Yeah, nakapag-square up pa si Harold Alarcon dun, no?
Muntikan pang mag-end one.
Muntikan pa. Alarcon makes the leading scorer in the first half.
Mr. Good Boy.
Si Good Boy cut with bad boy intentions yan. Another trip here for Harold Alarcon. Makes both. Now Moralejo will bring it down. LPU has Moralejo, Versosa, Montaño, Daileg, and Peñafiel, and LPU just throws it away. Belmonte will track it down. Alarcon will look to set. Trying to find Belmonte. Daileg keeps in step, but Alarcon too strong, too fast, too good.
Mini 4-0 run for Harold Alarcon.
But Versosa, the UP Slayer. Alarcon scores on one side, but Versosa is right back down on the side of the Pirates. Gets the end one. Ito, bad boy cut with bad boy intentions to. Itong si John Versosa. I mean, he has been a thorn in this UP blueprint. He's been there for those rebounding, for rebounding, for scoring. He's been a versatile defender. Just a handful for UP here.
Because most of the points that that Versosa is scoring is, you know, off of broken plays. They're not made for him. He's just finding points for himself.
Felicilda, quick step, underneath. Pwede pa magkape, pwedeng isawsaw. Pabitin sa children's party, daig pa ni Jan Felicilda. Shot so nice, you gotta see it twice. Let's take a look at this. Breaking his defender down like a rotisserie chicken. Tapos nakuha yung floater na yun.
Sounds delicious.
Parang ako lang yun kapag tulog ako. Yun yung dreams ko eh. And makes that second throw.
So one 3-point play after another.
But despite UP's firepower, LPU's persistence and energy has kept them in this game. But UP with a steal. Felicilda with a touchdown. And the last second run that UP needs has come into fruition as they're up by 6. LPU calls timeout. Gilbert Malabanan will recall his troops. Again, shot so nice. You got to see it twice. Big steal by UP, and Felicilda with the icing on the cupcake. We'll be right back for more action. Stay tuned. Now with 3 minutes remaining, UP coming up with a huge run in the last minutes of the fourth quarter rather, headed by Felicilda. I mean, this guy has been a handful for this LPU team, much more. Etong si Harold Alarcon. UP now has Torres, Felicilda, Belmonte, Abadiano, and Alarcon. LPU with Daileg, Peñafiel, Versosa, Casino, and Montaño. Pinaupo muna itong si Moralejo for LPU. Let's see what Casino has up his sleeve.
Lyceum looking for more offense, and quick offense coming from Richmond Casino.
Versosa gets it to Montaño. Finds Simon. There's the pick. There's the shot. Big if it went. But you gotta take it one possession at a time. LPU has to come up with a stop. Casino on Pinoyliga. There's the switch. Ooh. Torres, cross, jumper, no. Here comes Dileg. Slows it down a bit for the Pirates. Gets that huge pick from Montaño. Shot clock reads 10. Casino runs into trouble, but stays with it. And that's gonna be a double dribble. I'd be surprised if he got away with that one.
I don't know if there's something wrong with the shoes of Richmond. He has been slipping on the floor for...
Baka bagong sapatos kasi. Most likely Kasi makintab pa eh.
And he seems to be the only one who is slipping off of his moves, no?
Pinoyliga now. Hands it off to Alarcon. Tension builds and it has come to the last 2-minute mark. Brought to you by Smart 5G. Alarcon trying to take on Versosa. Taking him to the lab. Jump stop. Flips it up. No. And Casino collects it. Too strong of a pass. Peñafiel being outrun by the ball. Questionable choice by the Pirates.
Okay na eh.
Gilbert Malabanan is absolutely livid. He did not like that pass at all. And Casino will take a seat. And checking back in, I believe, is Moralejo. Only a 6-point lead here for UP. Napasok na ngayon the man with 2 first names, Dave Paulo. Pinoyliga checks in for the inbound. Jan will set. On him is Moralejo. UP can come up with a nail on the coffin here. Torres finds the inbound, free for the jumper. But a bit too much on that shot, but 2 players now on the ground. After that rebound trip, that's gonna be a foul on Mark Belmonte. Let's take a look at this replay. No, they were trying to fight for that loose ball off that jumper, and that was Belmonte and I believe that is Peñafiel, if I'm not mistaken. Belmonte still a bit shaken up.
Oh, that was Moralejo.
Si Moralejo, yes.
And I think he collided on the stomach of Mark Belmonte. Kita mo sa ere, bumax out eh.
Pati doon gamit yung bewang eh, no? Kahit nasa hangin na. But this is gonna be free throws now for Joshua Moralejo as both teams in the penalty. Dito na lalabas yung defensive discipline ng LPU Pirates. Can they come up with defensive stops against the elite ball handlers of UP? Pero mintis pa yung una.
Big free throws.
And Alarcon is talking to Moralejo here. He has a few words for Joshua.
Mind games coming into play right now.
Oh. Makes the second one. And sub coming in, Terence Fortea will be checking in for Jerry Abadiano. Much more experienced ball handlers now in for Coach Goldwyn.
Pwede mong ibulong mo sa mga free throw shooter pag gusto mo magmintis.
Shoot it.
I dare you.
Pinoyliga trying to look for Alarcon. On him is Moralejo. Like white on rice. Look at that defense. On Paulo pala. Mukhang siya yung designated stopper. Oh, Alarcon slipping. That's the travel. And Harold trying to plead this case for one more time. Pero travel call stands. Abadiano now coming in. Mukhang situational lang talaga. No? This is gonna be sub after sub after sub. LPU, it would be huge for them to come up with a 3. You can put it on the hands of Peñafiel. You have Moralejo. Montaño as well. Here comes the drive. Kick out to Paulo. almost loses the ball, but Alarcon stays with it. Here comes Versosa, and that's a kick ball by Abadiano. Good stop by Jerry. I mean, that could have been an easy basket for Simon Peñafiel. But timeout muna dito para sa LPU. 5-point lead here for the Pirates, for the Fighting Maroons rather. We'll be right back for more action.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
LPU just called timeout. Gilbert Malabanan talking with his troops one more time as they head into the final 30 seconds of this game. If you were LPU, would you go for a 3 here with about 14 remaining? What do you think?
I would definitely go for the best shot available. If they can get a quick hitter off the inbound with a three-pointer, then take it. But if someone overextends and you have a point-blank shot, I'll take it as well.
LPU has Montaño, Daileg, Moralejo, Versosa, and Fuentes. Versosa receives it. Finds the corner triple. Shooter does not go. An okay play with okay execution. UP has to just hold on now. They can go for the kill with another shot. And that was a big defensive stop for UP. Huge stop.
Definitely a hand on the shot in that previous defensive play.
Yep, Alarcon will just dribble it out. UP remains unscathed. LPU debuting with a loss against the heavy-hitting Fighting Maroons in a 98-93 victory. So it's been a day of UP today. UP Team 2 coming up with a win earlier against St. Dominic. And then UP Team 1 emerging victorious against the debuting Pirates of the Lyceum of the Philippines University. We'll be right back after these school hymns. Stay tuned, mga kaliga.
best player of the game. 29 big points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Harold Alarcon.
Mga kaliga, I am now beside our best player of the game from UP Team 1, Harold Alarcon, with over 29 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Congratulations, Harold, on your big win for tonight. So ayun, alam naman natin na during the first to the fourth quarter, the intensity and the energy levels are high. So how did you remain focused and composed during those times?
I mean, 4 straight UAP championship na ako parang experience. So parang din sa akin yan, advantage din sa akin yan sa mga ganitong situation na parang sanay na and composed na din. Kumbaga ako na din yung naging role model
Trying to find
sa
Belmonte.
iba na parang
Dileg keeps in step, but Alarcon tries to find Belmonte.
And of course, 4-0
Some space underneath. Gets the shooter's bounce and
recognition. So how do you plan to treat yourself tonight?
pahinga, parang magka-cramps na ako.
Deserve naman talaga ang pahinga. Pero yun, Harold, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan ngayon?
Binabati ko yung family ko, especially sa mami ko na birthday niya ngayon. Happy birthday kay mama. And binabati ko rin yung family ko sa province, sa family ng girlfriend ko and sa girlfriend ko.
Thank you so much, Harold. Once again, that is our best player of the game. Balik sa inyo, Migs and Justin.
Congratulations once again, Harold Alarcon and the UP Fighting Maroons Team 1. Bale, papahingahin na natin si Harold. Pupulikat na nga daw. After a 29-point performance, getting a win against the LPU Pirates. That has been today's games on Tuesday night. It has been a game of UP victories. UP Team 2 claiming victory in the first skirmish, and UP Team 1 escaping against the Pirates, debuting tonight. On behalf of the entire production team, move to this has been Mix Gonzalez, Justin Almeida, and Daphne Lozano calling today's games. We'll be seeing you on Thursday for the continued coverage of the Pinoyliga Collegiate. See you soon, mga kaliga. Yata nakatingin si Dileg. Pero buti na lang. Gets that. Felicilda